my channel Grammar Tales. Learn English grammar with Krish. So dear friends, in the last class I had said that I'd be doing adjectives today, but then I realized that as we have done nouns, so it will be better if we follow it up with pronouns. Alright, so today we will start with pronouns. Alright, so before we start and learn what pronouns are, at first let's read these paragraph, the sentences. Alright, see what is written. Taj Mahal is a beautiful building situated in Agra. Taj Mahal is one of the 7 wonders of the world. Taj Mahal was built by a Mughal king Shah Jahan in the memory of his dearest wife Mumtaz. Taj Mahal is made of white marbles. So I have written here a paragraph about Taj Mahal, isn't it? It is in Agra. So if you read these sentences or this paragraph, you will notice something, that is, Taj Mahal is a beautiful building situated in Agra. Again, the next line or the next sentence also starts with Taj Mahal. So it is repetitive, isn't it? Taj Mahal is a beautiful building. Taj Mahal is one of the 7 wonders of the world. Taj Mahal was built by a Mughal king. So it doesn't sound nice to the ears, alright? It is also repetitive in nature. So in place of writing Taj Mahal in each and every sentence, what can we do? We can replace this. Say in the first sentence we have written Taj Mahal, fine, because we are talking about Taj Mahal. It is kind of an introduction, isn't it? Taj Mahal is a beautiful building. And after we have finished here, it is situated in Agra. The next sentence we can start with what? We can start, instead of the noun Taj Mahal, we can start with a different word. We can replace this noun with a word. Say we can write, let me write it with a red marker, it will be visible to you properly. We can write it. It is a building, so we can write it. So how will it look now, or how will it sound now? Taj Mahal is a beautiful building situated in Agra. It is one of the 7 wonders of the world. Again, Taj Mahal, in place of Taj Mahal, we'll write it. It was built by a Mughal king Shah Jahan in the memory of his dearest wife Mumtaz. Here also we'll replace it with it. It is made of white marbles. Right? So it sounds better, isn't it? We are not repeating the word Taj Mahal, the noun Taj Mahal, again and again, isn't it? So this word which has replaced the noun Taj Mahal in these sentences, it is what? It is a pronoun. Alright, I hope you understood. Words which are used in place of nouns to avoid repetition are called pronouns. Fine? Alright, so let me just write down the definition of pronoun. So what is pronoun, or rather what are pronouns? Words used in place of nouns. Nouns, name of what? Name of place, person, animal, isn't it? So words used in place of nouns to avoid repetition are called pronouns. Right? So words used in place of nouns, be it animals, places, persons, to avoid repetition are called nouns. We don't like repetition. It doesn't sound pleasurable to the ears. Alright, so we use pronouns in place of nouns. Alright, so let's see. Let's take an example. Example will be he, she, I, it, we, etc. etc. Alright, he, she, I, it, we, etc. Fine. Now in pronouns there are certain categories or types. Alright, so we will go through each type and each category one by one slowly with examples, so that it is very clear to you. Okay, there should not be any kind of confusion. Alright, so first what we'll start with? We'll start with what? Personal pronouns. I hope I'm clear till here. What are pronouns and what are the examples? So categories of pronouns, we'll do personal pronouns first. So what are personal pronouns? Personal, it means the person. It is something like you can say I, we, alright, he, she, they. These are called personal pronouns. Okay, let's write. Now what? First we'll see personal pronouns and we'll see what the again they also can be divided into three categories. Alright, so further divided into three categories. Now the categories that I'll be writing down, these are known as grammatical persons. Alright, first person, second person, third person. Right? First person is what? You know, first person, I and we. Alright, this is first person. Second person is you. Fine? I and we, it denotes first person. Then second person is you. And third person will be what? Third person will be he, she, they. Right? Now I will write it down in a proper order, then it will be clear to you. Alright. Now when I said that I, we, he, she, they, it, why are they called personal pronouns? Because they stand for three persons. What were they? They are first person, second person and third person. This first person, third person, second person and third person, they are grammatical persons, not real persons. Alright, not real persons like us. So let's see. Sorry. Personal pronouns. They are personal pronouns. Why? Sorry. Personal pronouns, or you can say they stand for personal pronouns. Alright. So what are these? Let's see. One is the person speaking. That is the first person. The person speaking. Fine. They stand for three persons. That is the person speaking. Person speaking, that is the first person. Number two, the person spoken to. Say I am speaking to you. So I am the first person. You are the second person. Fine. The person spoken to. And third is what? The person spoken of. Say I am speaking to you about her. Fine. So her will be the third person. Fine. He, she, they, these are all third persons. So these three persons, that is the first person, second person, third person, I am telling you repeatedly that these are not real persons, they are grammatical persons. Now let's see. which will come under the first person. Let's see that. The pronouns I and we, which denote the person or persons speaking. Fine. I and we, which denote the person or persons, either singular or plural. In case of I, it will be person, and in case of we, it will be persons. So, the pronouns I and we, which denote the person oblique persons speaking. These are the persons, person or persons speaking, are said to be the personal pronouns, said to be the personal pronouns of the first person. So always remember, I and we, these are the persons speaking, isn't it? I, we, and these are said to be the personal pronouns of the first person. Fine? Clear? Let's move to the second part, second case rather. Now, the pronoun you. Alright? The pronoun you, which denotes the person or persons spoken to. Means I am talking to that person. Alright? Spoken to is said to be the personal pronoun of the second person, right? Second person. So I and we, what were they? They were personal pronouns of the first person. Now the pronoun you, which denotes the person or persons. Why I am saying persons here, I'll tell you that. Which denotes the person or persons spoken to. Suppose I am the first person, I am speaking to you. Alright, so you will be the second person. It is the personal pronoun of the second person. Now always remember, you, in this case you, because I have written here person oblique persons, it is always used as singular or plural. Alright, in both forms, both singular and plural. You here, you within inverted commas, you here is used in both singular and plural forms. Fine? Right? Now we will go to the third person. Now, the pronouns he, she, it. Alright, the pronouns he, she, they, not it, they. Alright, he, she, they, which denote the persons spoken of means we are speaking about them, which denote the persons spoken of are said to be the personal pronoun of the third person, right? So he, she, they, these are what? These are the personal pronouns of the third person, right? So what we have learned, that first person, second person, third person, these are not real persons, they are grammatical persons. Alright, we use them in grammar. Fine. I hope I'm clear till here. Now what we'll do some examples of personal pronouns, right? So examples, so you'll be clear with this. Examples of personal pronouns. So I'll be writing say 2 or 3 sentences and I will underline the personal pronouns. Alright? Examples of personal pronouns. Underline. Fine? So let's take the first sentence. You need to stop lying to me. So here, which is the personal pronoun? Obviously, I'll underline the red marker. You is the personal pronoun. It is in the second person. Remember, I told you is the second person. I and we, these are the first person. You denotes the person spoken to, so it is the second person. He, she, they, this denote the third person. Fine. Alright. Number 2. I gave him a book. Alright. So here, which is the pronoun? I and him. Now him is not in the first or second or third person. Fine. So it will be another category which I'll come to later on. So, but remember, him is also a pronoun. Fine. So I gave him a book. Number 3. You should listen to her. Fine. So in this sentence, can you tell me which is the pronoun? Obviously you is what? You is the second person. It is the personal pronoun in the category of second person. You should listen to her. Her is also a pronoun, but it is a different category which we will be doing in the following classes. Alright, so then you will understand her, him, all these will be pronouns in a different category. Fine. So I hope I'm clear till here. So examples, these are the what? Examples of personal pronouns, and I have underlined them. You, I, him, you, her. Fine. So now let's see the next topic in the pronoun chapter. I will not make the video very long, otherwise it will become boring for you. Right? So now we have done what are pronouns, what are personal pronouns, first person, second person, third person. Now we will see that what types can personal pronouns be. Alright, personal pronouns can be subject pronouns as well as object pronouns. So today we will be dealing with personal pronouns as subject pronouns. Alright, so let's see. Personal pronouns as subject pronouns. Subject very well what is the subject, what is the predicate. In a sentence there are two parts, subject and predicate, isn't it? In the predicate part again there are two parts, verb and object. So in personal pronouns also we'll have personal pronouns as subject pronouns and personal pronouns as object pronouns. Fine. Personal pronouns as subject pronouns. Fine. So when does a personal pronoun become a subject pronoun? When a personal pronoun takes the place, when a personal pronoun takes the place of a noun. It takes the place of a noun as the subject. Alright, in a sentence there is subject, there is a predicate. So when a personal pronoun takes the place of a noun as the subject of the sentence, then it means that pronoun, that personal pronoun, then it is treated as both what? It is treated both as both personal pronoun as well as a subject pronoun. Alright. So when a personal pronoun takes the place of a noun as the subject of the sentence, fine, then it is treated as both a personal pronoun and a subject pronoun. So this personal pronoun, it is taking the place of a noun as the subject of the sentence. Fine, then it is treated as both the personal pronoun as well as subject pronoun. Now let's come to an example. It will be clear. Example. Okay, first I will write the sentence with a noun, then I will replace it with a personal pronoun. Fine. Robert was an unwise king. See, here Robert is the subject and he is also the noun. So this noun and subject I will replace with a personal pronoun. So I can write another sentence about him, and that would be, he was the king of 7 kingdoms. Fine. So here, which is the subject pronoun? This, he. Fine, because he has replaced what? He has replaced Robert. It has replaced Robert. Robert is the subject as well as the noun, isn't it? It is a noun, is the name of a person, and it is the subject of this sentence. Robert was an unwise king, isn't it? Robert was an unwise king. So this Robert, he is the subject as well as the noun. So in the next sentence, when I am continuing with the sentence, what have I replaced Robert with? A personal pronoun, he. So this is because it is taking the place of the subject, so it has become the subject pronoun. Alright. So a subject pronoun is also a personal pronoun. Fine. So let's give you another example. So say this is example 1. So next example. Sheila really makes me laugh. Alright, so I have here written what? Sheila. It is a noun and also the subject of the sentence. Sheila really makes me laugh. So I will replace this with a personal pronoun, and that is a subject pronoun. Fine. So what can I write? She is too funny. Fine. So this is the subject pronoun, she. Isn't it? So she is what? She is a third person. Remember I told you the pronoun he, she, he, she, they. This denotes the third person. Fine. So she has, the pronoun she has replaced the noun as well as the subject Sheila in this sentence. Fine. Another one. Here I am writing directly. She lost weight by cutting out on junk. So here see, she, it could have been any name, maybe Sheila, Meeta, any name. So that name, that noun, which is also the subject of the sentence, has been replaced with a subject pronoun she. Alright, so she lost weight by cutting out on the junk. Fine. So I hope whatever I have done today with the examples, I hope it is clear to you, and I will not make this video any more longer, because otherwise you might feel boring and you might lose interest. So in the next classes we'll continue, and then we will see personal pronouns. Today we did what? We did what examples of personal pronouns: first person, second person, third person, what are they? And then we did also personal pronouns as they can be treated as subject pronouns. In the next class we'll continue with personal pronouns as object pronouns, and then we will try to give some more examples so that you are clear with the concept. Alright, so I'll say a good night to you for now, and we will meet again in the next class. Bye bye.